Hey friend, welcome back to the Bible Tract Echoes radio broadcast. I'm Michael McCurry, your host. I'm so very thankful for the opportunity to speak to you once again. We've had folks ask us, the foundational ministry of Bible Tracts Incorporated, the ministry that I have the grand opportunity and privilege to direct. We've had many folks ask, how can we include you, Bible Tracts Incorporated, in our estate planning? How can we make a longer-than-life impact? In response to those questions, we've put together a booklet. This little booklet that I'm holding in my hand right now has the picture of a Burmese Buddhist woman, about 84 years old, as she's reading a gospel booklet that financial partners, maybe people just like you, provided. We're printing 2 million of them in the Buddhist country of Myanmar, old Burma. And to God be the glory, this lady got a clear presentation of the gospel. If you'd like to make a longer-than-life impact after you breathe your last, and please understand, I'm not looking for that anytime soon. I'd much rather partner with you while you're living. There's so many folks, though, that they want to make sure that a portion of the inheritance that they leave to the world, of course, take care of your family, take care of your home church, your local church. But if God leads you to partner with Bible Tracts in that way, I want to give you a little bit of information today about that. Here's what this little booklet says. Many of our faithful supporters have inquired about how to include Bible Tracts Incorporated in their estate planning. Through this brochure, we would like to provide information about how gifts from your estate can accomplish the eternal goal of seeing many more souls come to know Christ through gospel tracts. Many people leave the bulk of their property through wills and living trusts. It's simple to name a charity such as Bible Tracts Incorporated among your beneficiaries. A donor needs to state the nonprofit's full legal name and location. Be sure to include the organization's tax ID number and the nature of the gift, for example, cash or property, in these documents. It's even more straightforward for a donor to name an organization as the beneficiary of property such as a bank account, life insurance policy, or retirement plan. Banks or other financial companies usually provide a form for the donor, of course, to fill out. Who, though, might consider leaving a gift like this? No matter their life stage, anyone may consider this planning worthy of consideration. Although the perception is that long-time major donors are more likely to leave a bequest, especially if they're older and planning their estates anyway, this isn't always the case. Younger and less affluent donors might have little money to give now, but will gain satisfaction by making plans to leave property and finances later. Young or old, many people take comfort in knowing that their impact will be felt on this earth even after their death. Here's a few reminders, though. If you fail to plan your estate, state law will direct that your property be distributed under a one-size-fits-all statutory formula called intestate succession, which is unlikely to reflect your wishes fully. Bible Tracts Incorporated, please realize we take your trust seriously. We strive to use estate gifts in such a way that they will make the maximum impact for the cause of Christ. We endeavor for bequests to be used for large, lasting projects that see many souls come to know Christ. We desire to recognize those that give in this long-lasting way. That is why, from this point forward, into the foreseeable future, we will include the names of those that give through estate planning and bequests in every newsletter we send out. This recognition is just one of the multiple ways that we strive to acknowledge those who are forward-thinking and sacrificially giving to this ministry. BTI has been striving for the sake of the gospel for over 8 decades. Lord willing, we will continue operating until the Lord comes back. But suffice it to say, we are not a fly-by-night ministry. We care for you, our donor, and we want to be wise and fiscally responsible with every gift entrusted to us. Remember, Gifts like what I'm discussing right now can reduce estate taxes. Charitable bequests can reduce or, in some cases, even eliminate the amount of estate tax your other beneficiaries might owe. I would recommend seeing an estate planning professional for more information in this area. We are, of course, always open to hearing from you. If you have a question or want more information about how an estate gift or bequest might be used, you can call us at 309-828-6888. Again, that number is 309-828-6888. Consider this. If God does lead you to give in this way, please feel free to designate your gift to whatever needs the Lord lays on your heart, but strongly consider adding language such as this. If Bible Tracts Inc., BTI, cannot use the gift for these intended purposes, or if it's in BTI's best interest to reallocate my gift, I permit it to be put towards such purposes as the board of directors decides. Now understand the reason for this. There can be potential difficulties if you leave a very narrow description of the gift's purposes. While we will do everything possible to respect your wishes, many years will likely, and we pray, will pass before your gift is actualized. Meaning, from the time you write that language, write any particulars or specifics, we're praying that it's many years before you actually pass away. And things can change. Meaning, binding BTI to something that may not be a need in the future won't honor either BTI's needs or your intentions. I want to thank you, those that are listening right now, and those that have asked about this. Thank you for considering Bible Tracts Inc. even worthy of your consideration in this matter. There are many different ways to make a gift to BTI, and we've included a few of those in this radio broadcast today. Here are some ways to make a gift. Choosing to make a charitable gift through your will can, of course, depend on several factors, including your assets, family considerations, and charitable priorities. A few of the most commonly used methods to make a gift are described now. Giving a specific amount. You can put in your will that you want to give a specific amount. Stating a dollar amount to be given through your will offers certainty regarding the amount that will ultimately be put to charitable use. If you regularly update your plans and are confident that other funds will be adequate to provide for your loved ones, giving a specific amount may be a good option. You can also give a specific property. You may choose to designate a particular property for charitable purposes. It should be readily sellable unless you have previously arranged for the charitable recipient to use the property to pursue its mission. Meaning, if you want to give a home or a car or something like that, it should be in such a state that it could be sold and the funds put toward the mission of the nonprofit, in this case, specifically Bible Tracts Incorporated, unless it's something that has already been discussed where you're going to give a car and that car could be used for the furtherance of the ministry of Bible Tracts Incorporated, and that's been agreed upon beforehand. Keep in mind that if you sell or otherwise dispose of the asset that we're talking about during your lifetime, you may unintentionally disinherit the intended charitable recipient. Lots of legalese here. What it means is, if you were to say, I'm going to give my car to Bible Tracts Incorporated for them to use for the gospel's sake, praise God. But realize, if you were to, in the next 20 years, 25, 30 years before you pass away, if you were to sell that vehicle and say you don't have it anymore and you pass away, well, then you don't have it and you've disinherited the intended recipient. You could also give a percentage. If you would like to establish a definite relationship between charitable and non-charitable beneficiaries under your will, consider giving a particular percentage of the assets to charity. In this way, your gifts will automatically adjust along with the total value of your left-behind property. You could give all or part of what's left. After providing for your loved ones in your will and other estate plans, you can arrange a charitable gift from the residue of what's left. So you could say, let's say you do well during life and you end up with $1 million left when you pass away, where you could say, I want to give $500,000 to my only son. I want to give $250,000 to my church. I want to give this and that, and whatever's left over, I want to give that to Bible Tracts Incorporated. And so you come down to it, and let's say there's a couple $1,000 or $10,000, whatever it may be. There's a certain amount left over. You can say, I want to give after I do these specific things. That way you can make sure that your wife, your son, your daughter, those people are taken care of, and then you could give what's left. You may, of course, arrange for assets left through your will to be used to support a surviving spouse or others for life or another period of time before being devoted to charitable purposes. That would be taking care of your survivors first. Realize, of course, that a charitable bequest can be added or modified by an amendment prepared by your attorney. This option may be simpler and more economical than drafting a whole new will. Here are some potential tax benefits very quickly as we close out this week of broadcasts. Some federal tax legislation extends generous estate and gift tax exemption amounts. As a result, less tax will be paid by many estates. This possibility can make it possible to leave more to loved ones while also including charitable gifts. If your estate may still be subject to state or federal estate tax, remember there is no limit to the amount that can be left to charity free of federal estate tax. Of course, keeping Uncle Sam's hands out of your pockets, even after death, is a good thing. You can, of course, decide to gift from other plans if your estate plan includes revocable living trusts, retirement plans, life insurance policies, separately titled investment accounts, and other methods to transfer a portion of your estate. Remember that charitable gift opportunities and tax savings may be realized through those planning tools as well. Lastly, reviewing your plans. While having a will and other estate plans is key to accomplishing many of your life's or even your after your life most cherished goals, keeping these arrangements up to date is equally important. Estate planning experts suggest scheduling reviews regularly, especially when significant events occur in your life: births, deaths, changes in marital status, changes in wealth, etc., or when there are significant tax law revisions. And to review your will or to get in-depth answers to anything I brought up, see your attorney. Please, though, feel free to reach out at any time for more information. Below, I've included our contact information. Of course, Bible Tracts Incorporated, P.O. Box 130, Dwight, Illinois. You can call us at 309-828-6888. And if you'd like to know what our tax ID number is, call us at 309-828-6888 or send us an email at info@BibleTractsInc.org. Again, that's info@BibleTractsInc.org. Thank you so much for listening today. Join us next week on the Bible Tract Echoes radio program. Have a great day for His glory. God bless.